David Oyelowo, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us at JOE.ie.
Thank you.
Amongst all the accolades you're going to be getting, I'll give you one I think you mightn't hear. For me, you look the most natural footballer I think I've ever seen in cinema.
I'll take it. I did play a lot of football when I was younger, so it came into use, yeah.
I was thinking you must be pretty handy in a five-a-side. Maybe even Messi and Ronaldo could take a bit of inspiration from some of those skills.
I like to think so.
We'll just skip past that scene when you fell on the floor. And
That was to give some naturalism to how a game actually works.
We're not talking football, we are talking chess. Again, huge congrats on Queen of Katwe. I left the cinema grinning from ear to ear. Can you tell us a bit about your character, Robert's, how he fits into the film, and also the inspiration from the real-life Robert who was on set?
Yeah, Robert Katende, who I play in the film, is the coach who works for the Sports Outreach Ministry, and he helps these kids from the slums of Katwe gain a sense of self-esteem through chess, but then discovers this girl who has a prodigious chess-playing talent and guides her towards becoming a champion. And in terms of the real Robert, for me, meeting him was just a really profound experience for me, because you hear about guys like this, you may even meet guys like this, but what I had the opportunity of with this is to see it in action, see this sort of mentoring and selflessness and the effect it has on these children's lives in action.
He seemed a real larger-than-life character reading around the actual film and the real-life events. Was there anything he pulled you beside and said, I don't do it that way, or you need to work on this a bit more?
Well, what really marks Robert out is the fact that actually he isn't a larger-than-life character. He's a very ordinary man, but what he's doing, the effects of it are larger than life. The byproducts of this small, daily, selfless, diligent work that he's doing. And that selflessness also manifests in humility. So thankfully, he didn't say, I wouldn't do it like that. Apart from one thing, where there's a scene towards the end where we're celebrating Fiona's victory, and I started dancing and said, I don't dance. So I couldn't dance as much as I would like in that scene, but thankfully that was about it.
I'm not going to ask you to do that now.
Oh, please don't.
Whoever said you don't work with kids was clearly not talking about this film, because it's a superb ensemble performance for everyone involved, particularly Medina, who holds the film. Was there anything you did to kind of maybe put her at ease, or was it just a natural performance and kind of you were just blown away by the unbelievable talent that you saw right in front of you, or did you kind of have maybe a settling in period for the
No, this is natural gift. I mean, in many ways, Medina reflects in our film, the process of making our film, what Fiona does in the story we're telling, in that, as Fiona, the real person, was discovered in the slums of Katwe to have this chess-playing talent, Medina was discovered in a dance troupe and has this acting talent that she had no aspirations of fulfilling in any way. And she holds this movie. She has that thing that you can't teach, which is a subtlety and a believability, and her listening ability is also incredible. I'm really blown away by her in this film.
And aside, you're also working with the amazing Lupita as well.
Yeah.
That scene in particular, when she basically chews you apart, I got a kind of sadistic pleasure. What was it like working with her?
Oh, great. I mean, I've known her for a little while now, and I really, as do a lot of people, admire her as a person, as an actress, what she stands for, really, hugely. But I think the connection point for us on this film is the fact that we're both of African descent, very proudly so, and we really wanted to see this film and this kind of film out in the world. We really bonded over that, and so, our enthusiasm around that is what kept us going each day.
And I know you're quite passionate that there's a lot of really great films about Africa, but this is one that's incredibly positive in the narrative. Was that something that you really wanted to stress home? It's like, listen, there are so many amazing stories that have to be told, and this is just one of them.
Well, yeah, for me, it's just about bringing some balance. The last film I did that was set in Uganda was The Last King of Scotland. That was just over 10 years ago now. And that's a great film, and it's a truthful depiction of what went on with Idi Amin. But that's not the sum total of Ugandan life. And unfortunately, when you have so little perspective on a country, the little you have becomes the entire narrative. And, what you see in Queen of Katwe is also part of Ugandan life. I just feel very privileged that I get to bring some balance to that.
You're obviously a small part of the Star Wars universe in the cartoon.
Yes.
Have you been pushing his arm and maybe saying, "Here, give me a nod, maybe give me a call when it comes up for next one"?
Well, we'll see. I already have the branding points I need on the Star Wars front. My kids think it's very cool that I get to play Agent Callus in Star Wars Rebels. We'll see where it goes from here.
Well, David, best of luck with Katwe. Again, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.